mame. Oh yes, Oro no me wanna wash nana. Biafra mama. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Obamomo. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in Urobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is sinking, I'm sinking, Udogu, Ekpa. Amorotomo, Agbada Brururu. Amorotomo, Agbada Brururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Nieruwe yo, Bitrowe Salot. With the same the freedom you brought to do well for us. Urobisoko with the same no. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. PM Simon Njoku. You have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your tide cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo, we appreciate you awesome. Worry sister say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Amorutamo Agbada. Helen Peter say you are so good. That is the truth. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorutamo Agbada Guru. Urobisoko with the sedo. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the food that we eat him. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the sendo. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Urobisoko with the sendo. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Wabada Guru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Urobisoko with the sendo. Urobisoko we throw away salute. Even lucky star, you dey say do. You do well, oh, you dey say do. Brgie said, you do well, oh. We salute you, oh, we throw away salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, oh. You are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. I am in tears of joy For your good work cannot be quantified. Oh, Amorotomo Agbadaguru. Ewo, Isoko
I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb were born. You do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Boroku, Nijimwero Mekumu Biafra. When the Siputa, Makamwero Mekanyinaga. Biko Kulien, Okeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Okeruo.
Oh, when the Boroku, Makamwero Wangi. Oh, when the Muruchekwa, Makamwero Biafra. Biko Kulien, Okeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Okeruo. The spirit of Biafra, Biko Kulien, Okeruo. When the Biafra Gideon, Biko Kulien, Okeruo. Oh, Amadike no na donjon, Umuke here meyae. Odike, Mosike, Rurajovadike. Biko Kulien, Okeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Okeruo.
The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, once Simon Ekpa, it won't smooth to sleep about Nero Naibu. Never brother and up on my Ebudo, or Guinea. Once Simon Ekpa, Emesu Wokowere, Onyendu. Iye Jamalike, Imokwa Simon Ekpa Wukie. Iye Jamalike, Simon Ekpa Watakatabo. Ojuda Kwenyi, Mwiweronyendu Kinemetata. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Prime Minister Veronyendu. Aniga Wanuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you, The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you're looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Okwe Bucharangwe, Master Simon Ekpa, or Guinea.
Master Simon Ekpa, Biko, GC, Gaga, Njoku, Atakata, Kaina, Ojuda, Uwe, Mwiweronyendu Kinemetata.
I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said, I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Prime Minister Veronyendu. Aniga Wanuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you, Simon Ekpa Veronyendu. Oh, Amadike Biafra, Dahi Boroku Abiarole. Iye Jamalike, Biafra Republic government Awukie. Iye Jamalike, Commander General Lewejiri. General Buduso, Zona Atakatawo. Commander Holy Ghost, Okonyendu Borokunu Nazatata. Biko Kulien, Okeruo.
Ihe jamadi ke okay.
Me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this morning program. Wherever you are connecting to this platform from, I welcome you and I say, may Njoku continue to guide and protect you. I appreciate you and I welcome you immensely to this very platform. Thank you for being part of the program, and I say, may Njoku continue to guide and protect you. Accept my greetings according to your time zone, wherever you are. We have come once again, as we always do every morning. Today is Monday, and this day is Monday with a difference. We are not just having a sit at home, we are having a lockdown that has started for the past 5 days. Today is the 6th day. Today is the 6th day of the lockdown that the Biafran people have engaged in. And it is not just the lockdown. Today is Monday. And everyone that is watching this program that have been following the issue of Biafra know what Monday is. Monday is a very special day for us, the Biafran people. We don't joke with on Monday. Monday is a day that we come together to show the world our stance. Monday is a day that the Biafran people come together to demand for the unconditional release of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been incarcerated for more than 3 years now for no just cause, a prisoner of conscience. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been detained by the DSS for the past more than 3 years now. He has not committed any crime. He has passed through the judicial process and he won all his cases. The judges in the zoo have said that the federal government of Nigeria should let him go. The judges in Nigeria have declared him innocent, but yet they continue to hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for 3 years plus now. The only reason why they are holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is to stop the freedom of the Biafran people. The kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is because of you, because of me. The supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is not incarcerated today because he committed a crime against any man. It is not because he stole from anybody, not because he committed any fraud, not because he took the life of anybody, simply because he is standing for you and I, the Biafran people, demanding for our release, for our freedom, demanding self-determination for us. The only wrong thing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has done is that he has said, allow my people to make their choice, what they want and where they want to be. The federal government of Nigeria cannot handle this fact. That is why they have continued to attack the Biafran people from all corners, from all angles. They have continued to oppress the Biafran people at every given the Biafran people are taking action. Today we are in a new dimension under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. And as we speak, Mazi Simon Ekpa has taken a major step to protect Biafran land and Biafran people. Unapologetically, we will continue to support him and make sure that Biafra is safe. We will not we will not sit back on the seat at home of Monday every day. Today, you know that we are already embarking in 30 days lockdown of all Nigerian offices and ministries, more especially all their ministries, all their secretariats in Biafran territory, either federal government owned, state government owned, or local government owned. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, have directed that every one of them should be locked down for 30 good days. And it has commenced. Today is the 6th day. If it has not gotten to your area, if the fire has not started burning in your area, don't think it is not burning. It's going to get to you. It's just a question of time. But the only thing you have to do as a Biafran is to stay away from trouble. Keep yourself away from trouble. Keep yourself away from trouble. Be security conscious at all times, wherever you are in Biafran territory. If you refuse to heed to this advice, you have yourself to blame. And even in your grave, your forefathers will blame you for not listening to simple instructions. Stay away from all the barracks. Stay away from all the barracks, police barrack, army barrack, air force barrack, naval barrack, any barrack where the forces of the zoo are. Stay away from that. You have no business being around that area if you want to be safe. The 30 days sit at home is not going to stop there. After the 30 days sit at home, our promise have said, if they still continue to hold the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, after the 30 days, we are going to go on 1 week break and we'll come back with another 60 days. After the 60 days, we go for 90 days. After the 90 days, 120 days. It will continue until the final declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, and all hell will break loose. Information is power. That is why I try as much as possible to bring this information close to you, so you wouldn't say you were not told. If you decide to ignore these instructions, and you put yourself in harm's way, whatever happens to you, you are going to be responsible for it. My fellow Biafrans that have connected anywhere you're connecting from, remember that in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack individuals or persons. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. We tell the world what is going on in Biafran territory. And when we are standing for our freedom and speaking about our freedom, we don't know whom you are. If you are standing against us, we don't care to know your language, your tribe, your religion. When you stand against us, we are going to come against you with everything in us. We will fight back. Nothing is going to save you. If you stand on the way of the freedom of the people, whatever be your religion, we don't want to know. Whatever be your race, we don't want to know. Whatever be your tribe, we don't want to know. Even if you are from our own family, you will be surely brought down. That is how serious it is. Biafra is our religion, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Today is Monday, and as always, it is also an interactive section, as I've always done all the time. The link is there for anybody that has a question to ask me. If you are watching me from the YouTube, David Harbour channel, you can see the link. You have the free liberty to click that link and come in, ask your question, make your contribution, say your prayers. That link I posted there, it is only those who are watching me from YouTube that can be able to join that link. If you're watching from TikTok, you cannot be able to join. You can equally write your message. Once I see your message, I will definitely respond to you. If you're watching from Facebook, the same thing. Send me your message. When I see your message, I will definitely respond to you. But those who are watching me on YouTube have the privilege of joining me on stage. Live. Ask your question. Say whatever you have in your mind to say. It is welcome. In this platform, there is no political correctness. All we say is that when you are appearing on the platform, make sure you appear decent. We cannot admit you into the platform if you are appearing naked. No. The whole world is watching us. Biafran government is watching us. Our Prime Minister is observing us. We are representing the Biafran people, and we cannot build another zoo. That is why there are certain things we don't tolerate on this platform. So for those who are joining me, if you want to join on stage, on YouTube alone, click the link and come in. One thing again I will beg you is that when you join me on stage on YouTube, make sure you keep your arguments civil. Try as much as possible to be as civil as you can. Be civil. When I say you should be civil, I didn't mean you should throw away your ideology. I didn't mean you should not be angry. You can be angry as much as you can. You can say anything you want to say at any time with any strength you have. But please try to be civil in your discussion. It is very important because the whole world is watching us. And we must not go out of line. That is why we're very careful when we talk, how we talk, or how we present our matter. Because people that matters are watching. The world is watching us. Most importantly, members of the cabinet are observing what we are doing. If you want your suggestion to be considered or looked into, you must have to present the issue in a very civil manner. If you are not a Biafran and you are a one Nigerianist, or you are from other part of the world and there is something you want to know about us, maybe there is something you're hearing that you're not sure about, please come in and ask your questions. I will answer you. I welcome everyone once again, wherever you are joining, and I appreciate everyone have committed themselves to join us. You're welcome. My beloved brother Frank Ezeji, I can see you there, Frank. Thank you for joining me on stage, Frank. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and speak to Biafra. You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah. Good morning, dear friends all over the world. I greet you. May Njoku continue to strengthen us, give us more life. We shall be like tomorrow because we can never finish.
Yes.
All I pray for is for good life for Biafrans, long life, and also to our Prime Minister and all the Biafrans all over the world, that Njoku continue to give us success in everything that we do and see us through. It is our freedom that we are fighting for, because we are fighting for a just cause. So we are not dragging land with anybody.
No. I think my brother is having a network problem. We have to move on. When he gets back, he can equally continue on his line of thought and conclude his statement. We know the network problem is what we all encounter from time to time, but that will not stop us from doing what we have to do. We have to continue to pursue our freedom until we are free. And today, as I have come today, the topic I chose today, for those of you who are watching there on YouTube, you can see there it says, happening now, Biafra, Republic Government in Exile, Prime Minister Ekpa Njoku has ended Nigeria with facts. Asorock panic. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has ended the zoo with facts. Asorock panic. In case you do not know, except you are one of those who is still deceiving himself or herself, that is the only reason why you will argue with what I am saying, that the zoo has ended. When I talk about the zoo, I'm talking about Nigeria. It has ended and no longer existing. Even though they have refused to follow due processes, and they continue to deceive the ignorant ones in that zoological republic. Yet, we have come to a time when the deception can no longer work because of the stance of the Biafran people. The agreement from the onset was 100 years, and the 100 years have expired. And everyone kept silent. Nobody wants to challenge it. But today, in 2024, finally, the Biafrans have risen up, challenging it in the most powerful and pronounced way ever. And maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm going to allow you to hear it from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Israel, Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. I will question it with gun, we will question it with bomb, we will question it with civility, we will question it diplomatically, and we will question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss, will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement thereafter? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years, after that we decide.
From the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, you have had it. And he is not just reminding us about it. I bet you the challenge of the existence of Nigeria have started to the highest level. It is now on the highest level. And if you are anyone on this world that you are following the issue of Nigeria or you're not paying attention, please pay a close attention because the end has come. If you are from that country and you have not yet focused on the reality of the day, it is up to you. You are going to wake up with a greater surprise. But the earlier you begin to prepare yourself, now the better for you. As for we, the Biafrans, we are already on the exit door. I welcome Are you there, my brother Daniel? Are you there?
Yes, good morning, my brother. Good morning, Biafrans.
Welcome, my
Good
brother.
morning, everyone that is listening. May Chukwuka continue to bless you and strengthen you for the good work you're doing for my people. And we will always be grateful for chance and time that you people created to make sure that we get where we are going. It's not we that is going to reward you, it's God Almighty. And He must reward you all. Thank you very much. My appreciation to all Biafra cabinet members, to our angels, special thanks to our PM and also our Supreme Leader, and also every genuine Biafrans all over the world. I greet you all. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, they will panic. Asorock will panic because the truth that they refuse to say, they must say it by force. We must bring them out to say the truth by force. And we are not going back. All this thing that is happening today, I think is a prophecy fulfilled. When our Supreme Leader said, even the dry bone in the grave know that Biafra is about to march.
Yes.
It's only people that is alive don't know what is happening. But dead people, people that is in the grave knows that it is time for Biafra to come. That is why Asorock is in panic, and they will continue to panic. To this very place we are now, where Biafra government is now, if anybody still believe Nigeria to do wonders, is in the person's risk, and to hell with it to the person. So whether they like, we don't even fucking care what they do, because when I listened to PM message yesterday, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This is what, this is what we need, that makes our Supreme Leader to say, I need 100 men. This 100 men that he is shouting is intelligent 100 men. People that understand what is happening. That is what, some people, if a prophet that sees in Biafra land, we are more than 70 million people, and he come and tell you that he need 100 men, what is simply telling you that 100 men with intelligence
Yes.
to take up the mount is not all about all this way. No, intelligent men. Yesterday I'm so happy yesterday, especially when he reached a certain place, he said, all these things at the end of the day, Nigeria must come on a round table. Is a must. Is a must. And if you're agitating for Biafra and at this certain point in time, you're still fooling yourself, my brother. That person, an adage said, a fool for 40 is a fool forever. I think at this point in time, anybody that is hoping for Nigeria to do wonders, that person will wait. Let that person go and drink volume 5 so that you wake up next year. So that is where we are going. And what they are running off is that truth. And that truth will come out from their own mouth. At this moment, look at it. Since 2014, a threat to Biafra is going on. Nobody respond to it. This thing is to show people that how fear is gripping to the so-called people that the so-called politicians that so many people are still believing on. And that is to show you what we are capable of doing. If I get memo. And this will show you what we even when what the person they know. Since 2014, a lot of threats. And a threat to Kwandi Biafra, a threat yanka. Age busi tinye na lagoon, age mununka, age mununka. 2023, a ga-esu ngwa ahịa unu niile ọkụ, a ga-eme nka, emekwe nka, eme nka. Nobody have ever respond. We are talking about panicking in Asorock. But somebody somewhere, a lady that nobody, I not even know in social media handle, I not even just on trances. It's not our PM that talk. It's not our PM to show you how fear these people are.
Yeah.
See, anybody that still believe Nigeria and still saying that Nigeria is not afraid of Biafra, that person is a broad day liar. Somebody that you don't know, you don't even know him, Papa. He make a comment. House of Assembly is running up and down. The same something that others are doing. A woman, ordinary talk on TikTok. They are running hater scatter. How much if we even start in that area, Haga survive?
Yeah,
of which we don't even want to go to that area. We are following them through diplomatic area. In so many strategies, we are not in this olden days model to engage them in no. We know how to handle Nigeria fuck up. And whenever Biafran call every Nigerian force a terrorist, they are terrorists. Somebody that is suppressing you to take advantage of what belongs to you is a terrorist. Some people thought that a terrorist is when you come to one community and begin to buy everybody. No. When somebody begin to suppress you to take that which belongs to you, that person is a terrorist. And we say it again and again. Nigeria agency security is a terrorist. They force you to pay money on the checkpoint. Everything is by force. If you say you don't do, they will pay you. If you say you no go give that 100 naira, they will buy you and label you a name. And in this 21st century, 21st century, some people within ignorance are still hoping that Nigeria will do wonders. I always say one thing. I always say it again and again. I want to come into those that said Igbo should come together. Igbo should come together. To hell with that language. That language is dead as anything.
Deceivers.
You cannot tell me to come together to do this in Wara. That means it's you that is saying that we should come together. We have government and people are supporting it, and they are still shouting, come together to do what?
They are deceiving themselves. We are more together than they can ever be.
More together than that rubbish. You see, some people these days, one of the so-called content creators is saying, they stop talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Who stopped to talk about Nnamdi Kanu? Why wouldn't you use their platform and talk about it? And you're asking me, a genuine Biafrans, that no wonder some people tell Moses, why didn't you leave us in Egypt to eat cucumber? Because the reason why they're saying that, because they're only after their own belly. They don't after what God is preparing them to do, are preparing them to become. Moses, why wouldn't you leave us? Let us be eating cucumber. You know, we say we are eating cucumber in this wilderness. We are suffering. Kineko. At the end of the day, the same people were reading in the Bible where they're supposed to go through 40 days. They went it through 40 years. And the same people that is fighting for Biafra is going to Israel now to go and become a citizen. You know how many countries they fought against? That's why I love my PM. He said that history that others make, he want to make it. Then he is challenging, in the other way around, he is challenging every citizen of Biafra to be a historical man, be a man that they will add your name as people that fought for Biafra. So anybody that is coming today to rant rubbish, we don't even fucking care. We must go. There is nothing anybody can say about it. If you are not special, why is it that when you say what others say, you have committed offense? Ordinary threat, Oluomo threat, Oba of Lagos threat, or Remi Tinubu threat. So many of them are threat. Because somebody where they hustle for Canada, where he never even put it into action, of which he cannot even do it. His normal threat, others is threatened. How did he know that this person is from Edo or this person is from Yoruba? How did he know? A House of Assembly. That is to show you, if these people can be afraid of a woman that nobody know where it comes from, how much more our supreme leader or our PM? That means Asorock now. Don't be surprised if they are in the house, that their useless House of Assembly, they come and tell them, say, PM is coming, Biafra PM is coming. All of them will run under red chamber and go and hide.
Of course, they are already panicking.
They are ready, running inside chair to go and hide. The fear of our PM is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah.
He have invited them. Bring your people to come. All of now where they shout. You know, some people, you don't tell them. Okay, bring people. We're going to give them free ticket. The thing is, the door is open now. How many of them will feel go and collect it? But when they're there for social media here, Musa will be ranting. Tunubu will be ranting. All of them will be talking. They don't invite you. Tunubu, go there. You will see him one-on-one. If you come for debate, you now go debate am there. All of now they okay now. Let Wike, okay, let them send Wike or Devumai.
Yeah, let them.
Yes, now, so that if you went to, because they are using all those people, I mentioned their name because they are using them as a saboteur or whatever they're using them for. But I believe if they go there, nobody will touch them. They will say, even if we touch them now,
nobody is going to touch them. Nobody will touch them. Absolutely, they are secure. Their safety is guaranteed.
Guarantee. Okay, now let them send Wike or Devumai. We are not talking about the hope of them, man. So that it will not be as if say they carry hope go give. No, we are talking about the people carry Dev or Oleke. Let them carry Ugwanye, or because Ugwanye is still one Nigeria, and carry P2B and give and say go and represent because P2B says in Nigeria. Yes, to go and represent Nigeria, all of them is keeping quiet. Why? These people, and they cannot even do more than even dead rat. Here we are. They must panic. Asorock is panicking. Look at them. People that are claiming, I'm in Nigeria. Hey, you're in Nigeria. You are not boasting of your so-called Nigeria, but you are boasting of UK and Canada. Do you know that the same people that hate Biafran to the last hatred is still using Biafran to make money? People are, yes, they are using people that hate Biafra. At the end of the day, Biafra is what is giving them food on a table. Yes. People that hate Biafra, and some of them don't even know. You are using the same Biafra that you are castigating to eat. And such people, if care is not taken, that food will become a hook to their throats.
It is already.
Because the truth must be told. And at the end of everything, that thing that they are running off, also is what they are going to come to. Round table. They refuse. Put the name of the Kano Kegbo, put the name of the Kano Kegbo, put the Kegbo, hand go soon catch you. Since you na kidnap him, even in a so-called court, don't discharge him and acquitted him. These are people, come to Nigeria now, come and agitate. You don't, okay, now. Is it not what he said that he's saying? Allow my people to go. Okay, now. What they are shouting now? Someone Ekpa, he's causing this thing. He's causing this. What is he causing? Everybody, if we have proverb, we say, Allah digema burundinse. If the land is not good, is the benefit of the elders.
Absolutely.
That means the insecurity and kidnapping and so many faults, at the end of the day, governors and senators knows about it.
Sure they do.
On a right petition against Chiamaka that is in Canada, but on a so-called bandit is doing giveaway on social media. He is in Nigeria. Bunch of animal. You see how confused these people are. And I'm not even surprised because our Supreme Court said ha ga-anwụ n'ala Igbo. Ha ga-anwụ n'ala Igbo, especially the end of Fulani Caliphate ọ ga-akwụsị n'Imo State and ihe a na-eme taa. That is what is happening. It must end in Biafra land. And for this, all this kidnapping, all the government know about it. Because there is no money in their pocket again. Yes, now, because when a country is a kidnapping country, what will happen to the citizen? Now, that is what some people don't even know. You went away from Nigeria, go and kidnap, even Interpol, whatever they call them, say they don't know anything about it, denying it. That means Nigeria government is a kidnapper.
Of course.
Nobody should be calling them a country, a terrorist country.
So many evidence. We have evidence to that. They are kidnapping activities. The evidence are everywhere. Evidence are everywhere.
And you see them. So today is sit at home generally, and sit at home of government property continues until they learn a hard way. Buhari says he's going to teach Biafra in the language they will understand. Our PM say he's going to teach them the language they will not understand. They will never understand it. They will never understand, and so shall it be. So we are playing. You see, this generation, we have made it. We have keep our children' destiny secured, and so shall it be. Let them continue to food themselves in the north or in the west. I think all of them is seeing it now. They are hearing it in a hard way. So my brother, Asorock must continue to panic. It will continue to panic until let everybody hear this. Our supreme leader said, God is going to harden that in where they read for Bible, where both of us they read for Bible, that God is hardening the heart of Pharaoh so that his name is glorified. See, God is going to harden the heart of the so-called Nigeria terrorists, because they are terrorists. Nigeria terrorist government, so that the name of the Lord Almighty will be glorified.
Yes.
And that is what is happening. And all of now, when they talk about our supreme leader, no harm will come. If harm would have come on him, now that time in Kenya. But God preserve him. He preserved him for a purpose, to see the reward of the enemies. And God is fighting both sides, and he continue to fight. And Biafrans will be victorious at the end of the day. So, if you are not a genuine Biafrans, repent from today and do the right thing and follow the right road. Follow who know road. Our PM say, if we move, follow us. As they move, follow them, so that your life will be secure. Forget about Nigeria. Nigeria is gone, and they have gone forever. Thank you, my brother. I remember. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Daniel. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution as always. Thank you so much for your amazing and wonderful contribution. I appreciate you. Thank you, and thank you again. You are very much welcome, and Biafrans appreciate you for that amazing contribution, as you have always done. And the message is that we will continue to pursue our freedom until we are free. There is no going back. You're welcome, Minister of is it Minister of Enjoyment or whatever. So you're welcome. Can you hear me? Minister of Enjoyment or Enjoy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I guess the person is not ready to speak. So I'm going to remove him. So my fellow Biafran that are watching, we are going to continue, and in this very episode, I'm going to share with you some of the videos I got from the conventional media. You know, we are paying attention to the conventional media because for a very long time, they have ignored us. They call us miscreants. They say we don't know what we are talking about. They call us different kinds of names, but we have got to a point where they can no longer afford to ignore us. Today, the discussion of Biafran referendum is on their own conventional media in Nigeria. Some of the conventional media are actually doing a good job. At least they are having the argument over there. Whether they are for us or they are against us, it is a good thing that there is a debate on board. And I am going to share one of those debates that is going on in the conventional media in Nigeria. And after they have spoken, we will now look into what they have said and the questions they have asked and respond to the ones we are going to respond to. But I want you to understand that this very government of Biafra that has the mandate of more than 50 million people is not a joke. If you are taking it for a joke, you are only joking with your own life. You are joking with yourself. If you think it's a game, you are just gaming with yourself. The Zoological Republic have ended a long time ago. And the more you continue to pretend that it is still there, you are only deceiving yourself and you are only putting a setback to yourself and not to us. For those of us who are in this Biafra restoration progress, who are under the government of Biafra speaking on different platforms, no amount of propaganda will stop us. No amount of distraction will stop us. The beautiful thing today is that the issue of Biafra is now on the international stage and has been discussed across board. In the Zoological Republic, in their media, they are today debating the issue of Biafra, including our referendum. And some of them are confused how we got to where we are. You wouldn't know how we got there until when you pay attention. But I bet you everything is working together for our good. Because the project is not just ours, it's the project of Njoku in his own hand, and he will make it what he wants it to be. Let us listen to this very interaction in the conventional media in Nigeria, then we will come back and talk about it.
Did they fulfill it?
They did it, even after independence. So, in the broader perspective, at the end of the day, like I told you, this is a struggle. The processes are not laid out. There is no cast in concrete. At the end of the day, whether the government gives accepts referendum, whether there's a breakaway, which we don't want, through warfare, we don't want that again, or anyhow, we work around this issue.
Wait, sorry, excuse me. You don't want a breakaway through warfare, or you don't want a breakaway?
No, we don't want a breakaway through warfare.
Okay.
We don't want a breakaway through warfare.
So there can be a breakaway. If all the parties involved, Nigeria and the agitators of Biafra come together, and the Southeasterners come together and agree, there could be a breakaway.
And how are we going to achieve that? If you throw it up in a referendum,
it's not
ask the people to vote.
It's separation.
Ask the people to vote. Moses, if there's a vote now, if there's a referendum is conducted, and the vote is, we want to stay, trust me, nobody will talk about Biafra.
I am telling you.
Nobody will talk about Biafra.
Just like it happened in Britain.
But the fact that a certain group of people are saying, no, the unity of this country is not negotiable. It's not negotiable. You can negotiate life. If you don't want to live, you die.
Abi.
And that is what referendum is talking about.
If I will take it from that statement you just made, you can't just die. It's a crime to the state if you take your own life.
So you can go to your home, you can lock yourself in the room,
but it's a crime
and take off.
It's a crime. They'll prosecute the dead, Abi.
They'll prosecute the dead.
Well, the barrister knows that it's a crime to take one's life. So you can't just say, look, you want to go. So if government is saying it's non-negotiable, I think they have something that's.
But euthanasia is allowed.
Pardon?
Euthanasia. If you are having a terminal sickness and the thing is punishing you and there is no solution.
In some countries it's not allowed.
All right, so
in some countries it's not allowed. In some countries it's allowed.
But it's not terminal yet when it comes to the existence of the Southeasterner or the Southeastern region.
Most is almost gone beyond terminal because the people have been shut out. Let me
Moses, except people don't want to address this issue. We have made it clear. We are not here to start defending what is indefensible. Even the federal government of Nigeria knows that the Southeast has been marginalized. Some leadership of APC and this government have gone to this action and they have made it clear. So what are you doing? These are people very diligent, very industrious. Why do you shut them out? Why do you treat them as if they don't matter? These are things that are agitating your mind. Are you telling me that if the Southeast are included in governance today, everybody will talk of what is going on? I'm just giving you examples of what's going on in the Southeast today. What was the reason for that? Look, Moses, people have done worse things, and yet nobody. Under Buhari regime, Sunday Igboho addressed a secessionist address. He did it. What happened to the Southwest? Did anybody surround them?
Let's be clear on a few things. What do you think is the fear, or what do you think is hindering the larger Nigerian population from giving the Southeasterner a chance, as you have put it?
It is because they are afraid.
Of what exactly?
Good. The same fear that they created during the war. The same fear that made them to close down the UNN, Chemical Engineering Department.
You have heard the arguments on their own conventional media and what they are saying. Fellow Biafrans, we are going home and no man is going to stop us. And it is a good thing that today they are talking about our freedom. It doesn't matter whether you talk on our favor or you talk against us, it does not hold water. When you look at their discussion on that very place, at least they have confirmed the fact that self-referendum have been held. Self-referendum, take note, it is self-referendum. And that self-referendum did not just come about. The Nigerian government have been called upon on several occasions by some organizations to hold the referendum for the people. They have refused. They have refused to either hold the referendum or allow international bodies to hold the referendum. They have refused, and we decided to hold the self-referendum by our own self. Before this referendum was being held, it was announced on several occasions, again and again and again. And some of them claim that they are not part of the referendum, they didn't vote. They come on their conventional media and shamelessly they say they didn't vote, even when the self-referendum was announced several times. And I asked them, you did not vote on the self-referendum. Does that invalidate the self-referendum? It does not invalidate it, because there is no time everybody will vote in that referendum. The same way in their presidency they have today, the president they have in Nigeria today, the president they have in Nigeria today only has 25 million votes. It is only 25 million votes that made him a president. In that 25 million vote, is it everyone that voted? If you go and check the number of people that registered for the vote, it is less than 100 million. It's less than 50 million. In a country that have 200 and something million people, in their presidential registration, I'm not talking about the registration now. In registration, people that register are not even up to 100. They are not even up to 100 million, not even up to 70 million, not even up to 50 million. And the man himself that became your president today, the vote he got to become the president is only 25 million. And now you want to compare it with Biafran people that has about 80 million. 80 million plus, and already 50 million plus have voted. 50 million people plus has voted. We didn't say everybody voted. Nobody claimed everybody voted. You say you didn't vote. You didn't vote because you didn't want to vote. The voting is done online, and it's still ongoing as we speak. While they are having their argument in their studio, the voting is still ongoing. But you know, when they come to their platform to speak, even though some of them are answering Biafra and telling Biafra, we know they are in the zoo and they have limits to what they can say. They are in the zoo and they are standing for their paymasters. They are in the zoo and they are afraid of their belly. They cannot speak the way we are speaking. And when you hear him saying, he said, when he was talking about breakup, he said he doesn't want a breakup through a war. In his comment, he said, we don't want a breakup through a war. And the presenter asked him, is it that you don't want a breakup at all, or you don't want a breakup through the war, but you want a breakup? And he was even scared to answer that question. He was even scared. You don't want a breakout through a war. And the man asked him, is it you don't want a breakout or you don't want a breakup through a war? And you saw his mouth shaking before he finally responded. You don't want a breakup. And then now, even within them, they will come against themselves. They will answer the question by themselves. And they will ask themselves. He even said that how he said, but they wanted through referendum. And he said himself, how then can you achieve that referendum through Nigeria? How do you think Nigeria on its own will conduct a referendum for you, the Biafran people, to live? How? How do you think Nigeria will conduct a referendum for the Biafran people to exit peacefully? It will no longer happen. It will never happen. It can only happen through forceful means. It is we that we force them. We are going to force them to conduct the referendum. And that is the part the Prime Minister is taking. The road the Prime Minister is passing today is to force them to conduct that referendum. That is the path our Prime Minister is going. But these people, because of their jealousy, some of them because of their envy, some of them because of fear, they cannot be able to be bold and speak up. You see these ones in the studio, how they are discussing about the issue of Biafra. And you can tell from them which one is their Fonja among them. You can see the fear written all over them. But I thank you, this is why our Prime Minister said that we're going to bring Biafra from diaspora. The battle of Biafra is going to fall from diaspora. And that is why they tell you come back to Nigeria and talk, come back to Nigeria and fight, come back to the... There's no way you expect us to be there. Those clowns who are there, who are telling us to come back and join them there, ask them what process are they doing to safeguard their people. Come on, protecting their own life, not even others, protecting themselves. There's nothing. They're only living by the grace of Chukwu. And that is why they are extorting them through religious means. The only way that you can get it through peaceful means is referendum, as he just said. But how can you achieve that referendum? You can only get a referendum from Nigeria through a forceful means. If you don't force them, they cannot. They cannot. These are people who do not want the Biafran people to survive. And the presenter said that they are scared. They are scared that if they do the referendum, they are going to fail. If you know that if you do the referendum, you're going to fail, then allow the people to go, because that means you know that the people don't want to be with you. It's a simple answer. If you are scared of conducting a referendum, that when you conduct a referendum, the votes you are going to lose. Now that should tell you that you have no legitimacy in this territory and they don't want you. Allow them to go. But of course, they will not. You know the zoo, they will not go without a fight. You are scared. And we cannot continue to tolerate this, your fear, because the fear that is going to hold us down, we cannot take it. Deal with it. It is your fear. The same fear that you use to pull us and make us stranded, the same fear they use to close chemical engineering department in Nsukka. They closed it down, feeling that was where we made our exploit. That was where we were able to manufacture the arms and ammunition we used to fight them in 1967. Because of that, they removed chemical engineering from Nsukka. They want to stranded the people in the southeast so that they cannot be able to do production. But these people are clowns. We have Biafrans across the world who are scientists doing exploits. There are Biafrans across the... If you don't know anyone, look at Philip Emeagwali. Philip Emeagwali, who was a child soldier during the Biafran Civil War, today he has built the fastest computer in the world. The man that built the fastest computer in the world, Philip Emeagwali, type it in your Google, go and check it up. That man is a Biafran soldier, a child soldier of Biafra. It is because of people like that they shut down the chemical engineering department in Nsukka. But he was able to make it in the US. He made it to US, and today he created the fastest computer in the world. We have so many other scientists across board. And there are still scientists in our zone, even with your closing down of chemical engineering in Nsukka, they are still there. And because you want to hold Biafra down, you destroy yourself and you think you're going to destroy us. You have just started. You haven't seen anything yet. And let us go to another part of that discussion. Let us hear their debate and we come back and talk about it. and respond.
That the Igbo land don't know what is going on. He's not saying lie. When he comes to sit at home on Monday, can he come out? What is going on in Southeast? Are he happy with it? Let them release Nnamdi Kanu. The problem of Simon Ekpa will be over. And they see the court of Nigeria released him, and they refuse to release him. And somebody can come out, and Igbos will only need somebody that can tell all the truth and stand. Simon Ekpa is telling the Southeast the truth. Whether he knows it as a government outside or government at home, what is going on in Southeast? People are not happy. Let them release Nnamdi Kanu. Let Southeast be free. Thank you.
Mr. Chukwuma is saying something.
It's difficult to divorce these facts. The facts are intertwined. You get the point. People are not happy. Both those in the Southeast and outside the Southeast, they are not happy. But the government has not come in to say, okay, let's meet these demands. Release Nnamdi Kanu, conduct a referendum for the people to decide. And there are other variables. Simon Ekpa has clearly become a variable in this, whether we like his methods or not. And there is no method that everybody will assent to. There's no method that everybody will approve. But what is happening in the Southeast? Everybody has condemned it.
But looking at the method it's taken, we have 40 states. The map of Biafra, according to Simon Ekpa, we have 40 states, which he described to be the new map of Biafra. And some people have not really come up to say, we are not part of this map. And they also have the flag. Now, if we are looking at the path he's taken to get this, his voice heard, he also conducted a referendum that have over 50 million people.
That we cannot confirm those that participated in.
That is it. Which happened to have like ×2 of the number of people that voted in the 2023 general election in Nigeria. Now, Mr. Chukwuma, are you also still saying that he's not working the way he should or he's supposed to? Fighting for the cause of these people, you said a larger chunk of them are buying his idea.
You see, Fina, I also said that this young man is negotiating.
He's not negotiating. No, he just invited people.
With your actions.
No, Mr. Chukwuma Okoro, he just invited people for a Biafran conference that he even have a date to it. He said he's inviting people to come for the November. The time is coming, November 29th
and
convention in Finland. He has date, time, and venue.
You know when I say that he's negotiating, do you know what I mean? You can negotiate with your actions. You can negotiate with words without sitting on a round table. The guy is negotiating. He's putting out information there, telling you that there's a Biafran government in exile in outside. As they have the ANC in exile. Look at what happened between Sinn Féin and the IRA in Ireland and all of that. This man is negotiating to the point that he is able to put this out in the international community. To the point, look at what happened in South Sudan. At the point, after a very long period of carnage, Colin Powell had to step in. They now brought out the CPA, the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, after a referendum. What Simon, you and I know that there is no way now you come to Nigeria and say, this is Biafran government and the capital is here, and you have 40 states.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Barrister, hold on. These things is not to the extent that it is not a legal document, but he's putting it out there for people to look at it. He is negotiating to the point that he wants to draw in both the federal government and the international community to step in and resolve this issue. The fact that he has said that there are 40 states does not mean that automatically there are 40 states. The fact that he has said there is Biafran government in exile does not mean that they've been admitted into the United Nations.
So where does his movement and his negotiation leave the broader movement of Biafra? Remember that this cause started even what led to the war that we once have in Nigeria, the civil war. Where does this leave to the broader movement of Biafra?
Like, I keep going back to South Africa. We had the ANC.
Let's bring it back to Nigeria.
No, I want to create an analogy.
Okay, fine.
You had the ANC. You had the PAC led by Robert Bob Sobukwe.
Yes.
You had the communists. You had other people, the coloreds and all. Everybody, they were working at cross purposes until a point when it became convenient for them to join together.
Bring it back again to what happened that led to a conference that happened in Aburi in Ghana, where there was a declaration on the stamp. A signature was signed, depending on it to say, let them go because of the marginalization they actually pointed out. And this happened in the international body. Mr. Chukwumokoro, you're a historian, you understand that. And then why did the federal government of Nigeria renege on acknowledging that particular document?
I think feel like this is out of is out of.
But because we're looking at Biafra now, still agitating after so many years.
Meanwhile, Aburi didn't say let them go.
He didn't say let them go. He didn't say let them go. He's on.
Aburi said let's confederate.
Confederation.
Aburi didn't say let them go. He said let's confederate.
Yes.
Let's confederate. And when they came back, a certain group of people pressured Gowon to renege on that agreement. And we are still going back to that issue. After how many years?
What they promised Biafra, did they fulfill it?
Been happening for a very long time. When you hear debates like this going on in their own conventional media, it gives me joy. The only sign it gives is that Biafra is very, very close that you can ever imagine. You hear them say, some of them are acting out of greed, some of them are acting out of envy. But there's a gentleman in that place that is making a very, very solid and remarkable point. And that is why we are happy that at least they are discussing this. It doesn't matter whether you speak for Biafra or you speak against Biafra. It doesn't matter. Let that engagement continue. Let it start. And if you don't know what we have achieved, that is one of the greatest achievements of the Biafra government. The Biafra government today have made